What day is it?
Hey, it's Wednesday.
Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday.
Are you sure?
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great day.
Are we getting close?
Close to what?
Close to what?
The weekend.
The weekend?
All in due time.
All in due time.
Oh, well,
While you're waiting,
let's put on a show.
Let's get the show started.
Good morning. Is that what life has become? First thing Wednesday morning, we're like, looking forward to the weekend. It's like, this is 5 bad days just to get to that 1-2 day weekend.
Well, I think now it's so cold too. Like, I mean,
Oh my God,
to get up in the morning, it makes it even more like
Dude,
yuck.
this
It is
weather,
a battle of wills.
It is, man. This weather, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to have another one, right?
Another
I think
one?
so.
Coming,
yeah.
yeah.
Heard about
Another, just like the other.
Man.
What are you talking about?
It's more
Weather,
snow coming.
cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Colleen went out and did the
God
sidewalk.
bless her.
It was dangerous.
It was a death trap yesterday.
I
In
know.
heels.
See,
Oh my God.
You guys see Death Trap. I see opportunity. Like,
That's why I went first. I didn't want you to push me out there.
Oh,
Accidentally
Oh
bump me.
my God.
all that is just one claim away. I'm waiting for a country song. Just one claim away.
That's you assuming we have insurance. That's a tall. That is a tall wonder.
I'm not gonna lie. When I pulled up
no.
and saw that, I was like, a smile came to my face. Like,
no.
thank you, Jesus.
Anyway, good morning. Welcome to it. It's Wednesday, February 19th, 2025. I'm Andrew Z. Demetrius Nicodemus. Kelly Latz, the princess of property from Howard Hanna Realty. K2, the Baroness. Stephen B. Hardy, who's already making commercials this morning from his car. 4 o'clock in the morning, this dude is up.
5:30.
Do you have you not watched 4 o'clock in the morning television? Do you not know the demographic for 4 o'clock in the morning?
I might
It
have.
is
I don't-
old people.
It
Yeah.
is.
It is.
Dude, this prime time for old people right
Yeah.
now.
Old people need to lose weight too. Come
Yeah,
on now.
it's true.
Really, they made it this far.
Yeah, I know.
Hold on to it.
Yeah. Today is National Mint Day. Mint. I like mint.
Like the leaf or the flavor.
I like the flavor in general.
Oh.
I think. I'm sorry. It's National Chocolate Mint Day.
And that makes it a little better.
Those Andes, man.
Yes. At Olive Garden. The best part
Give me
about
all
Olive
those.
Garden,
And my
yeah.
kids don't even eat them. I'm like, I'll take all of
That's the
them.
best part at the end.
Rosie's does it too.
Rosie's does too.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those Andy mints are legit.
They are.
Remember when hotels used to do it?
On the
yeah.
pillow?
Mints on
Yeah.
your pillows.
Yeah. I remember.
Then you get so drunk you fall asleep and it melt all over your pillowcase. And you'd think
all
somebody
in your
shit
hair.
on your pillow, and all of a sudden you're freaked out because you got a chocolate smear on your face. You think you've made some horrible decisions.
Why is there green in
and
this?
then all of a sudden you're like, oh, why does it taste delicious? And you're like, oh God, thank God, thank God.
What is better?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus, yeah.
I know,
That was a lot.
right?
That was a lot there. Andes mints or Girl Scout Thin Mints. Which would you take if you had both of them in front of you?
Girl Scout Thin Mints.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're so versatile.
Oh, all right. Kelly,
Yes, but they have to come right out of the freezer.
Thin Mints for you too? Over Andes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have to come right out of the freezer. They're the best when
All
they're
right.
cold.
What about you, Steven?
Given the two, I would have to agree with Kelly on that. As long as they're cold, because
Yeah.
it's the texture.
I
for
need
me.
my Thin Mints to have at least 6 divorces under their belt. That's the coldness I need.
3 for 3. I got a text in that said Girl Scouts. What about you, K2?
Completely agree. Thin mints out of
Thin
the freezer.
Mints.
Them out of the freezer.
Over
gotta be.
Andes.
Have you ever had them out of the freezer?
I don't know if I have had them out of the freezer.
Oh,
It would
man.
change
I
your
don't.
life.
I don't think it changes your life. But,
It
I mean,
does. It does.
like it
It
shouldn't
does.
be. His shock shouldn't be like this over the Thin Mint versus
Right.
The Andes?
versus
Those are
the
amazing.
Andes tiny
Andes
chocolates.
is amazing, but
They
Andes
are,
is
but they're-
amazing in their proper place.
In their
Thin
pro-
Mints frozen any time of day,
All right.
anywhere, any
All right.
place.
Is there any Girl Scout cookie that's not better frozen?
I had one, so I just got my Girl Scout cookies delivered yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one in there. It's like a caramel, sea salt caramel one, and I put it in the fridge, and it like almost broke my teeth trying to
yeah,
eat
I
it.
will.
So that one is one that is not meant to be.
And I like the the peanut butter ones that are chocolate covered.
Yeah.
The
They-
tagalongs.
I
Yes.
like those from the fridge, but not the freezer.
Exactly. That's
I
exactly
eat those
what
from
I
the
was gonna do.
freezer.
Really?
I eat those from the freezer.
Why do you guys
They're
have to
so
put all your
good.
cookies in the freezer? I don't even
makes them better.
understand what's going on.
I'm prepping.
Whole new world.
Remember Nutter Udders? That's what those tagalongs remind me of. They were in the shape of peanuts, and
You
it
mean
was
Nutter Butters?
Nutter Butters.
Nutter
What I
Butters.
call
Yeah.
Nutter Udders.
Nutter Udders?
Nutter
Could you
Butters.
imagine eating a cookie shaped like a cow's udder? You eating a Nutter Udder?
Nutter Butters.
Can't get enough of these udders in my mouth.
Nutter Butters, man, those were good. And someone else said York peppermint patties. Ooh, that's a good one.
Those aren't bad, yeah.
What?
Andy's
I'm
beats
not-
those.
What?
I don't
Sorry.
like they don't compare to the Thin Mint.
Are you kidding?
No.
Or what about the ones that come in the box at the movie theater?
Oh,
What are those
yeah,
called?
Juniors.
Junior Mints.
I love them.
I do too.
They're an ingredient.
And what is?
With Junior Mints. Like that's something you throw in your popcorn.
What? What? We actually tried some cookies yesterday.
I know. Were there any saved for us?
I could get some. Yes, I have another box. I hid.
The
I had 2
hesitation
boxes.
says no.
I know.
I had to
It
take
was he didn't want to share. That was the hesitation.
I feel like
Don't
I
put
feel
it
like all
on
the-
air if you don't want to share it.
Yeah,
That was
like
a-
I
that
feel
was a
like all the
classic
cookies
large
he has
man
extra have bites out of them.
And he was like, do I like these people enough?
So I saw the commercial for Post Oreos, which are Post Malone has his own Oreo, and it's got one of the blonde ones and one of the traditional ones, and then in the middle it's got like
That should be a Drake cookie.
He's kind of under heat right now. Oreo couldn't get a hold of him.
yeah,
I just-
he's got stuff
I just
going
don't
on.
feel like you should be pushing a biracial cookie with a white guy. I mean, that's just me. There's a ton of famous biracial people we got out here that could be doing these cookies.
So it's one blonde.
Was Lenny Kravitz busy?
One black, and then in the middle, the filling
His talent.
is kind of like it's a sea salt and caramel, and it was good. It was good. It tasted like a cinnamon roll kind of.
Oh, interesting.
It was good. I'll go get some, and I gave it an 8 last night. As I reflect now, I think it's probably more of a 7. I think I just felt I knew I wanted. We went to 4 stores. They were out of them. Went to Meijer, went to Kroger, went to Walmart in Perrysburg. No one had the Postios.
So you made 4 trips to 4 different grocery stores to find a cookie.
Over a week. I didn't.
Oh, okay,
It
thank
wasn't
God.
all in one day.
Thank God, because I was like, that is the fattest journey I have ever heard.
I see nothing
I'm like,
wrong with
you-
that
Like,
at all, Andrew.
Thank you, Steven.
Pursue your.
Your
like,
dreams.
who are you, Lewis and cholesterol?
Oh my God!
My own. I'm forging my own trail. The Postios trail.
Hell no.
So anyway, so I've been looking for him, and because Deuce tried him first from Deuce's Dogs. He tried him first, and he said, "Man, you got to try these. These are legit." So as I go to stores, if I go to a Meijer, go to a Kroger, and they don't have them, they're out of them, whatever. And I told him yesterday, I'm like, bro, I said I can't find these things. He said, well, I'm at the Walmart on Central, and they got them here. There's a few boxes left, and I'm like, get me 2. So I had to drive up there to meet him. We got him, and we did
Like a
little thing.
drug deal?
It was
So
in the
you
parking
guys
lot
showed
of
up in the parking
Walmart.
lot and he slid you 2 packages of cookies.
Give me 2. Give me 2.
He did.
Remember, like, put the Postos on the ground, back away slowly.
They were good. I will go grab them and let you guys try the Post Oreos, but I thought they were good. Today is also, we talked yesterday about your favorite kids game, like what you did as a kid, like dodgeball or whatever. But today's National Tug of War Day. We didn't bring up tug of war yesterday when we were talking about it. Do we not like tug of war? Everyone's like,
I was always the anchor.
you guys are always on the winning team.
Yeah.
Talk about things you get picked first at.
Right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't
Steven!
work out for tug of war.
Why?
'Cause, like,
you get dragged across the whole
Yeah,
sand.
the whole entire other side just yanking you. You know, it was not good. It didn't. And the team that chose me was always smaller than the other team.
Steven's people start falling off the rope, and you're like, "Oh man, it's just Steven." There's
Steven
pulling
with his
Steven
hands up, with a rope around his waist.
tight around his waist,
I can take you all on. Let's go.
like a weeble.
Just, what are you doing?
like a weeble.
I want to play Red Rover. Let's play Red Rover.
Poor Steven. It sucks.
I mean, come on, though. They're like, all
I
right,
tried to help the little guy.
So
out,
let's
you
just
know?
say, right, we just don't focus enough on all the inclusion that is part of the American society.
What do you
Right?
mean?
Like, I understand that a lot of times bigger people feel ostracized.
I know.
But there are times where your bigness comes in handy.
Yes.
Right?
And that would be
where you,
tug of war.
Tug of war, Rover, come over.
Yeah, it was
If
great
I
when you were
need
a
you
kid.
to hold, if I need you to hold 4 spaces in line for a movie,
It's
like,
true.
like it does. Let's look at the positive.
Right. We need to.
I'm all about the silver lining.
Be right, me
Yeah.
too. All right. Someone, by the way, said Rumplemint get you drunk.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it's so awful.
Oh my god.
Never
What are
drink
you
Rumplements
doing?
ever
Again?
It makes you
100
throw
proof-
up.
100 proof peppermint schnapps. There's nothing like having fresh breath in jail. Makes you super kissable.
Dude, everyone says everyone says when you say Rumplemint, they're like, everyone's got a horror story.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Dude, like honestly, I think Rumplemans, and there is a specific woman that pops into my head. And her name should have been Regret.
Oh man. Yeah, everyone's got one of those stories. I did get a text in, LOL. Now I'm just picturing Steven in his Squid Game uniform playing tug of war.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Season 3, baby, coming out.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. Let's get into the news. Sylvania family searching for a missing 14-year-old daughter. Finally, Channel 11 picked it up yesterday. This is Ocean Jones. She's been missing since February 9th, so we're going on 10 days now. Her sister, O'Shea Jones, who's the Olympic boxer, bronze medalist for Toledo, flew into town yesterday. They're doing a search party today at 4:30. I think it's Collingwood and Dorr. But if you search O'Shea Jones, I can look it up real quick. But they're doing a search party now that she's in town, and she's fired. I feel there's so much messiness in the family. I feel bad, like being a part of it. Like
Watching it,
she's
watching
bad.
it unfold.
I know. Well, I'm trying to stay on top of, like, if they find the sister or whatever. But man, there's a lot going on between the brother, the dad, the mom.
But
the
all this
sister.
is about is the girl.
I know.
And that is all we talk about,
that's all-
not the messiness.
All right. Well, it's today at Dorr in Collingwood, 4:30. You're going to meet at the spot. It's just in parentheses. I'm not sure what the spot is, but
Neither do men.
Dorr in Collingwood, 4:30. And then she said,
Some men.
and here's what O'Shea said yesterday: "We're finding you tomorrow, Odie. Finding you tomorrow." And we're hearing more information about how you just that she definitely ran away, and then like the family in the Channel 11 stories, like, you know, there's mental issues going on, and O'Shea's like, there's no mental issues. So I mean, there's just a lot of back and forth in this whole thing. But just hopefully we find this girl, get this out of the news, and you have to give people grace when. Obviously, you're going through trauma. You've never been through anything like this before. You don't know how to handle it. You don't know what to do. There's no handbook for it. So hopefully they find her and bring her home. Imagination Station is going to reopen today, following the closure of the water main break. Today at noon, they will. Reopen at 10 a.m. And Barry's Bagels will open at noon for lunch. So
See?
Imagination Station. back
Imagination Station gets it right.
What do you
Right?
mean?
They under promise, over deliver.
Right, they said what they said.
They said we were closed. We didn't know when we were going to open.
Yep.
They were like, until we get everything figured out, we don't. Well, this could be months.
Right.
And then, boom,
And I
Wednesday, 10 a.m. You're
We're
like,
good.
oh my God, Imagination Station, getting it together.
They did.
And they have that hockey, the new hockey thing. I think
What is
people are
that?
It's a new exhibit there for hockey, and you get to like hit the puck and see how fast it goes
that's
and
fun.
stuff. And I think that it's good. I think
Yeah, that's
people are gonna
fun.
like
I
it.
don't know. It sounds like a training thing. Sounds like they're looking for people.
Well, they got the other thing where you throw the ball and it
Yeah.
sees your speed, and then I think they have that like virtual volleyball you can play.
Really? God,
Yeah.
we haven't been there in a minute, I guess. So
I think it's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Smart to
Yeah.
open with a big boom and something new.
yeah. What else is going on? Oh, Toledo mayoral and council members' salaries are being debated. The Salary Review Commission happened on Tuesday. The process is far from a vote as new members of this committee take a closer look at what council members and Toledo's mayor is making compared to others. $136,000 for a Toledo mayor, $45,000 for a city council person. They are the salary figures approved in 2022. And here in 2025, the commission meets to see if those numbers make sense. Yes, they don't need to go up. They do not need to go up. Your mayor's fine. In these times, you don't need to be going up.
Right.
You know, interesting though, when I was watching the news this morning, they were stating, like, I didn't really realize this. I guess I just didn't think about it. But they're kind of like a realtor. They're on call 24/7. They were saying there's like no, you can't just go out and not be the mayor. I mean, you're, So
Yeah.
I was like,
It's a different thing. What do you mean? Sure, you're on call 24/7 as the mayor, right?
Yeah.
24/7, anything happens. Are we really saying that our public servants are on call to us 24/7? Are they? Can we raise our hands and say that city council answers every call, does every?
I can tell you. I remember when I was pissed.
This should be a part-time job. It shouldn't be a full-time job.
Right.
And if it is a full-time job, $45,000 a year makes a council person susceptible. $45,000 a year makes you susceptible to all types of influence.
Yeah.
I did.
I remember being hot one day downtown when they were messing with my food truck, and I texted the mayor like 6 texts. I'm like, these mother, and then never texted back. He ain't on call. I got a text on Monday. I got a text back on Monday.
Oh my God, super funny.
Man indicted for allegedly driving off from a scene dragging a woman in the road. Lucas County Grand Jury has indicted a man who's accused of driving away from a scene. They indicted Dayton Schmidt of Garden City, Michigan on February 18th. Reports say that they were called out to a home on Dorcas Street in Holland for a report of an assault. The alleged assault victim told Officer Schmidt forced his way into the house and punched and strangled him. The victim told authorities a woman was able to separate the two while they were fighting. Then he grabbed a knife and chased Schmidt out to his vehicle. The men continued to fight, and during the struggle, the woman's shirt was lodged in the door handle of the vehicle. Schmidt allegedly drove off, dragging the woman down the road. She suffered abrasions on both her legs and got checked out at the hospital. They say that he got away, drove back to the area of the assault around 30 minutes later while driving south on Dorcas. Schmidt was one of the assault victim's family members. The police report said he allegedly tried to hit that driver head on. Then the driver swerved out of the way, but Schmidt did hit the vehicle. He took off from the scene again. Police say officers arrested him in a parking lot near Angola and McCord. Authorities said they found an assault rifle in the back of the car uncased with a round in the chamber and a magazine loaded with 29 rounds. Schmidt was booked into Lucas County Jail for the indictment on December 20th. There's a lot going on there. A lot going on there.
I wonder what happened. What made that guy so crazy?
It's a girl.
One that he dragged.
Yeah, the one that was chasing him out of the house with that knife.
Good old-fashioned love.
Oh my God, Steven.
Love, exciting and new.
Right. Isn't that what you want?
Hey, she
got
don't love you. She
stuck.
don't try to kill you at least once, right?
Now he's dragging you.
Oh my goodness.
A former police officer indicted over alleged insurance fraud involving his second wife. So a Lucas County grand jury indicted the former Sylvania Township police officer for allegedly claiming his second wife on his health insurance, though the marriage was not valid. They indicted Robert Austin on charges of insurance fraud and theft in office on February 18th. The state auditor said they improperly added his second wife to his township health insurance coverage, issuing a finding for recovery of nearly $70,000 in October of 2024. The auditor said that he was married in Vegas in November 2014, while he was still legally married to another woman in May of 2015. That invalidated the 2014 marriage. So he requested a change in his township health insurance to list the second woman as his spouse for coverage. It was approved, causing the township to pay nearly $135,000 for their coverage from 2016 to 2023. An audit later showed that he was not eligible for health insurance plan because the township to over repay $70,000 in premiums.
So wait a minute, like, is this his the second wife that he thought he was married to legally, or did he have both wives on his insurance?
I don't know.
I'm confused too.
That confuses me.
And I'm wondering if was he being sneaky about it, or
Yes,
was he being dumb?
Right,
he was dumb.
He maybe clearly didn't know.
He didn't know that the first divorce.
Dude, there's no way
happen.
an ex-husband leaves his wife on his insurance, his ex-wife on his insurance on purpose. Hey, if anything.
What else? Oh, in this one here, one of two men sentenced in alleged plot to damage a Toledo business for insurance money. So police say a truck crashed into the Rib Shack at the 1900 block of West Sylvania Avenue on February 12th, sparked a fire, caused extensive damage. Well, charging documents allege that Melvin Reddick, man, did we have a Melvin in the news yesterday?
Yes,
Or is this
we
the
did.
same one?
I heard about this story.
Conspired with another person to set fire to his own business and submit a fraudulent insurance claim to collect the money. Melvin was facing nothing ever happens good with a Melvin. Melvin was facing 2 counts of aggravated arson and 1 count of insurance fraud. Jesus. So what they did is they drove his truck into the building, and of course the fire sparked, and the guy that owned the business, what's the business called?
Weeby Ribs?
No, that's a different one. We don't want to
Rib Shack?
The Rib Shack.
No.
The Rib Shack.
Ah, man.
Drove into the Rib Shack for. I drove my car.
2 guys busted.
A local man rescues a missing child wandering on the highway. A local man from Wood County rescued a lost little girl who was wandering along an Ohio highway. It was all caught on camera. Derek Flory of Haskins was on a 4-hour drive when he saw a young girl walking on a highway miles away from her home on February 14th. At 1 in the morning, I was driving from Portsmouth up to Wauseon. It's a drive he's taken many times before, but it was dark. It's on US 23 North. He saw a strange light that caught his eye. His work truck had multiple cameras, and they captured the entire incident. Once I blared on the horn, the light went crazy. As I got closer, I found that it was not a bicycle. It was a little girl. He pulled his truck over onto the shoulder, flipped on his hazard lights, and jumped out to guide the little girl off the highway. She came straight to me. I was able to get her into the truck and then pull up to a local business with the parking lot, and that's when I called the cops. They say that they were looking for the 12-year-old girl who they say has developmental disabilities, and they said he called police, said I have the little girl on 23 North, and so anyway, everything ended up okay. She's back with her family and safe, but it's
a nice story, though.
Yeah, it is. Perry's,
but I mean, honestly, now, do you even stop when you see a kid on the road? I mean, would you?
Yeah.
In today's
in this cold weather, I would.
Yeah,
like you got to sit in the back. I'm taking all types of precautions.
Well, you're black.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be like, I'm gonna flag down a white driver to help you.
Stay there, little girl.
Stay there.
I need a Caucasian.
Is there a Caucasian on the plane?
Perrysburg is. Check this out. Look at Perrysburg. Perrysburg considering allowing a marijuana dispensaries in the city.
That's what I'm talking about.
Council is asking for public input. Do we want these type of establishments here in town, or could they be located elsewhere outside of our community, said a council member.
Yeah, there it is.
In Rossburg.
There, you might as well answer. like that's what it is. Perrysburg considers a question that they're going to say no to.
Right. They just,
give it to mommy.
We'll entertain it, but we know we're not really serious about it.
We're not, yeah. We're gonna
we wouldn't even let a golf course come here.
Right? You can't get top golf,
right?
Much less top high.
So anyway, they're having some open discussions and whatever. You can give your input if you think that there should be a dispensary in Perrysburg. I know there are a lot of people smoke weed in Perrysburg.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know who we fooling.
We're just funny, because they're the same people that will fire other people for smoking weed.
Right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You're like, Are you firing me with the munchies, bitch?
We just smoked the other day on break.
Sorry, but one of us had to go.
Are you eating those Post Malone Oreos while you fire me? I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to let you go. These are delicious.
Sylvania residents voice concerns over downtown traffic light project. The project, which aims to revitalize Main Street between Monroe and Erie, has sparked debate over the planned changes to control traffic measures. Exhibit A, they just show Mommy, be like, is this really what we want?
I feel like they've been working on downtown Sylvania for years.
I think they're doing. I think they're doing a pretty good job.
They're trying to make it difficult for black people to get there.
Oh my god!
I like downtown Sylvania.
Yeah, of course you do.
I do too. I just every time I go down there, they're always working on it. There's always something they're working on.
Oh no!
A Toledo group aims to keep former prisoners off the streets. Imagine, you get out and you got nothing going on. So a local deacon launched a program called Off the Streets Toledo back in 2020. When he saw people coming to Toledo after being released from prison and jail, he wanted to go beyond emergency assistance, helping people actually find their footing and get off the streets. That's a real thing, man. I'm glad these guys are doing this. We'll have to get them in studio, see if we can talk to them, because get them back. Because the reason the recidivism rate is so high is because you're desperate. When you're desperate, to feed yourself or feed your family or whatever, and no one will hire you, you're going to do things that you wouldn't normally do.
Right.
Well, how come we haven't seen more of a move towards removing the whole felony box from applications?
I agree.
Well, we're not now, because that's the one thing that I don't like about it. It gives me the ick feeling when the Democrats and everyone is like, "Oh, we have a felon in the White House." Well, all these years we've been trying to say, "Hey, it's okay, you made a mistake. Let's get past it." But when it comes to him now, that's the first thing that we say.
Well, clearly
I don't like it.
The country isn't opposed to hiring felons. Like let's be honest. If that was really a thing, then the man we have sitting in the White House right now would not be sitting in the White House. So if that is the general consensus of half the country, if half the country agrees that being a felon does not preclude you from being the president, then how can employers look at one another and tell you that being a felon precludes you from being a manager, being
it's a great
anything?
Point. It's a great point, and I think that this is the perfect time. Then let's get rid of that, where they ask if you've been convicted of a felony. Let's get rid of it, because again, the precedent is set. The president is a felon, so
32 times over.
So I think that if you're running to B-dubs, you should be able to be a felon.
Dude, I think you want to own a couple of B-dubs.
But let me ask you this: what about this? What if your felony is theft related? And then, does it matter? Should all felonies? Should we not have to check that box? Or if you're going to work at a bank, can you have a theft on your record?
Right?
Why shouldn't you? You've done your time.
If you've done your time and you are not on probation, I feel like none of that should, because you paid your penance.
Right.
You've paid your debt to society.
I'm with you.
If that is the case, then the question should be moot. It shouldn't be, hey, have you made a mistake and paid for it, and now we're going to make you pay for it again.
I agree.
Thanks for paying for your sentence, but now you can't start your life over.
Right. It's I don't know, man. It sucks.
And there's people without any kind of prison background that just steal from their jobs anyways.
That is true. I got a text in 419-345-3375. Can anything be done about that light at the zoo that's red at 5:30 in the morning on the trail? The zoo is effing closed.
Bro, I know. It's control. Just understand that it's Toledo's want to control you.
Really? Hold on, I get a phone call. Hello.
Hey, it's Doug.
Hey, what's up, Doug?
What's up, Doug?
Hey, I got a story for you about hiring a felon.
Okay.
So when I was a cop, I actually arrested a guy for stealing a couple cars. He went to prison for 7 years, and then when I was running a muffler shop, he came in. Every time I ran an ad, he came in and filled out a job application, and I kept throwing him in the trash because I didn't want him there. So about the 5th time, I said, "Do you remember who I am?" And he's like, "Yep." So I took him outside. We talked about it. He said, "You didn't do anything wrong." He said, "I stole them cars." He said, "I don't ever want to go back to prison, and I need a job to take care of my family." So I felt that he was sincere about it, so I ended up hiring him, and to this day we're friends, and he calls me about once a month. He's doing good, never been in trouble again. I don't think he's even had a parking ticket or anything.
Wow.
Somebody asked me, they said, do you trust him? I said, yeah, I'd let him use my shop and close up when he's done and go home. But he's turned out to be a really good guy and a good friend.
Well,
That's a sweet story.
That's awesome, man.
Doug, if anybody asks, I was with you all day yesterday. Click.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
About once a month.
Oh my God.
All right, thank you, Doug. Love you, brother. All right, there it is, producer Doug. Yeah, I mean, if you've done your time, well, someone did ask. I did get a text message in. Sex offenders in daycares? Question mark.
No, that's a different thing.
Why is that a different thing?
That's because that is that is
well,
a different thing.
That's a good
it's
question.
a different thing. It's not.
She's asking.
It's
asking.
not,
It's a good
because,
question.
Like
That's
that is
putting them into a spot
that is
of
an
temptation.
impulse that like they
Well-
cannot. They are predators, and you can't.
But
There's no such thing as when you talk about child predators.
But why
There's
can't-
no but.
Why
Are
can-
they-
why-
There's no but.
why
That's a
can-
hard line.
Why,
no.
why can you say that? So then, can someone that steals a car, can they not sell cars because they're
That is
around
not.
cars?
That is a different thing. That is a different. I hate apples to oranges comparison. It is a different thing, and that is it. To even mention them in the same breath kind of diminishes one and lessens the. It's gross.
Go ahead, Kelly.
I mean, can they ever really be?
No.
They,
No.
no.
Can they be rehabilitated?
Yeah, they could not.
No.
Can they ever really be?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
I do. No.
I don't know.
That is a hard no.
I mean,
So once you're convicted of a crime with a child, then you can never be.
Look,
anywhere with
if you
children.
are a grown man and you prey on children, I'm not talking about a kid who's 18 dating a 16-year-old
Yeah.
whose parents get a hair up their ass and then has him charged with some form of statutory rape. That is a different thing.
But now you're on a case by case basis.
But
then.
what I am saying is, if you are a grown man or a grown woman and you prey on children, that is done. You are done.
Okay, so that's a different category, you say.
Yes.
So, like, again, if you were convicted of theft and you want to get a job at a bank,
Once again, different
is
thing.
that okay? So you're saying that's okay?
That is.
Someone
that
else
is-
said, what about a violent crime? And then you put them in. Are you need to give them a shot too?
What kind of violent crime?
I don't just. I mean, it's a hypothetical, so I don't know. A
I mean,
violent crime.
Violent crime is there's
Beating
so
somebody
ma-
up, shooting
there-
somebody. I don't
beating
know.
somebody up. There's circumstances. Look,
we gotta bring the person in.
like-
This dude, look, spend 5 minutes with this dude. He needed the
yeah,
ass whooping.
listen,
Clearly.
yeah, like that's why I got 6 months in probation, but because they saw he deserved this ass whooping. But I'm just saying, and if we can't see the differences, and we're so quick to go, well, what if they do this? Instead, look, child predators are wired wrong.
Yeah.
Period. Why? It is not a learned behavior. It is not something that it just pops up. They are wired wrong,
Do you
and
know
you
that?
can't fix them.
You know that for a fact?
Yes.
That they're unfixable? I think you got to be a little bit careful with just throwing this stuff out as fact. You say you think
yeah,
that they could
look,
they are not.
no,
okay.
no.
Well,
I
even
will
if-
say fact. They are unfixable.
Even if they are fixable, which I also agree with D, I don't really think that you can come back from something like that. But even if they were, I would say if you did get rehabilitated correctly, why would you even want to put yourself in a place like that just to,
Right.
almost go back?
Right. If you're trying to quit smoking weed, you're not going to work at a dispensary.
Yeah.
Right.
You're- Like if you get convicted of preying on children, you're not going to clown college.
And,
Right.
yes.
There
someone
goes my career.
someone said
Oh my God.
someone said perhaps we should redefine what a felony is. Then I mean maybe I don't even know what a felony. I mean maybe we do have to look at that. I don't know. Judge permanently blocks Ohio law on the disposal of aborted fetal remains. The law requiring fetal or embryonic remains from surgical abortions to be cremated or buried violates the constitutional amendment protecting reproductive rights that the state's voters approved in 2023. A judge has ruled in permanently blocking the law. The decision was made last week by Hamilton County judge in a case brought to a group on behalf of a group of clinics in the ACLU of Ohio. An earlier iteration of the legal change had argued that a lack of rules, including whether a death certificate would be required, make complying with the law impossible. So what is this saying? What are they saying here?
So from what you've read, what I understand is what they require a death certificate and the remains to be cremated.
Right now, or what did he block? Let me try to keep...
what did he block?
Okay,
it sounds like that's what he blocked.
The law passed in 2020 was intended to replace existing Ohio law, which requires aborted fetuses to be disposed of in a humane manner, but does not define what humane is. Abortion opponents had argued that the replacement language assured human dignity in such cases, while abortion rights groups calls it another effort by the state's Republican-led legislature to obstruct a legally available procedure. So it's just again, it's the Republican. We didn't put in the constitutional. We had this was on the ballot, right? I mean, what are we doing?
They don't mind it as long as you agree.
All right. After U.S. officials met with Russian representatives in Saudi Arabia yesterday, President Trump falsely accused Ukraine of starting the war with Russia and said he thinks he has the power to end it. This dude. What else?
That was wrong.
Bro, they also made a statement that said Ukraine should have new elections. They want to deal with a different president. They want somebody who's going to acquiesce.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a puppet.
Yeah,
they want a puppet.
Explain to me how you have a meeting without the president of Ukraine and then decide that the president of Ukraine needs to be a different president.
Yeah, and then again they say that I don't know. It's just crazy. Weird. I know it's crazy. I got some text in 419-345-3375. What about a sex offender? Can they be around their own kids? That is a good question.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, my God.
No. If you are no.
Okay. I'm not
having you stick your dick in and making other little victims. No.
Wait, I think you have to go by a case-by-case situation. That's why there's a difference between misdemeanor assault and felonious assault. There are, distinguishing factors in the law. What else? I'm trying to. This Trump stuff just, man, I can't. Trump says he's more confident about the. Okay, who cares? He signed an executive order bringing independent agencies like the Security of Exchange Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, all his rich buddies that do this, the Federal Communications Commission. This is all now. These were all independent organizations. Now they're all going to be supervised by the White House, according to an executive order this dude signed yesterday. A federal judge is denied. I don't care about that one. Don't care about that one. Here we go. Concerns. Let me get past this. This is driving me crazy. Concerns over airline safety are soaring. Google searches on the topics asking after a series of crashes this year, including the tragic mid-air collision over Washington D.C. and the recent Delta plane flop in Toronto. So, is flying safe?
No.
No.
Did God give you wings?
Stop. What's that got to do with anything?
Because every time you get in a plane, you're defying the laws of gravity.
Did God give you wheels? Like what?
Yes.
What do you mean?
He did. He did.
What?
Give us the wheel. It was crazy.
What do you mean?
Have you not seen wagons in the old movie days?
Well, he gave us wings on a plane too. Like, what are you talking about?
Everything about a plane defies the laws of physics. Everything.
You guys are being.
Everything.
I laid it out to you how it's the safest form of travel that there is.
No, there is. No, it's not.
100% it is.
Really? Safer than walking? Safer than driving?
Yes.
I don't think
for some of us.
I don't think.
Sure.
I disagree.
It's definitely safer than
Look,
driving.
I've never had a
100%.
car fall on me.
It's true.
You're being real.
I've never ever had a car just stop in mid-road and then I crash uncontrollably onto the bottom of road.
Mr. I hate extreme examples. This dude is the king of extreme examples. I did get a text in. We're supposed to be going to Hawaii later this summer.
I hope you're swimming.
And my wife said it's probably safer for us to just drive. I just looked at her. I told her we need some space.
Yeah, that bridge to Hawaii is a haul.
The United States is facing what appears to be one of the worst flu seasons in over a decade.
During COVID,
lockdowns, masks, all those mitigation measures that helped control COVID also reduced flu levels. It really disrupted the transmission of flu, if you will. So we're seeing numbers that we were more accustomed to seeing pre-pandemic. And then vaccinations tell the other part of the story. Historically, adults in this country usually hover around 50%. We're less than 50%. But if you look at the pediatric flu vaccination rates, this year we're about 46% compared to almost 60% in 2020. We've had 68 pediatric deaths total so far this year. So really, my PSA out there, please get your kids vaccinated.
68 from the flu.
The plane, and by the way, to get a text in, the plane in Toronto did not flare, which is the raising of the nose at the point of runway threshold. Flaps appeared not extended as well. We'll have to wait to find out what the heck happened. Man. And we still, yeah,
Are there aeronautical engineers listening to this show?
I'm really impressed by our listeners right now.
What
You're on the wrong station.
Yeah, what are you listening? Like, why are you not on NPR?
There was a friend of mine years ago, and he said terrestrial radio is the Walmart of radio, because any Yahoo can just turn it on and listen to the show, and you have a lot of dummies. And with the step of being off terrestrial, and I think it's people that actually smart people that actually want to find us. And so
does that make them
smart? I don't think they're smart.
But they did find us.
I feel like smart people that have stumbled across us. Dumb people search us out.
This story breaks my effing heart. An 11-year-old has taken her life after classmates repeatedly threatened to have her family deported.
Wow.
She's in Texas. That's the problem with it. When you demonize a society, and then these kids go to school and they're being mean, and you have a brown kid, and you're like, hey, you're going to get deported. I'm going to tell your family to get deported. This poor little girl had been harassed. Jocelyn Rojo Carranza was a 6th grade student at Gainesville Intermediate School in Texas. Her mother told Univision that her daughter endured bullying from classmates who taunted her and threatened to notify immigration and customs enforcement. She reportedly informed school officials on multiple occasions, but her mother says no action was taken. She was rushed to a hospital on February 3rd and died February 8th. They told her that she would be all alone in the U.S. and they were going to have her family deported. Harassment became so aggressive, the 11-year-old was seeing a school counselor more than once a week. I waited a whole week for a miracle that my daughter would be well, but unfortunately nothing could be done. My daughter will always live for me. I will always love her. God. So effing sad. I know. And I still, I think to this day, even in 2025, schools are not equipped to handle bullying in school. I mean, we've gone through it in this household, and it still happens, and it's still prevalent. And the problem is you can't be with these kids the whole time they're at school, and these nasty kids will find a way to bully, and there's nothing that can be done.
There is something that can be done. I'm tired of you guys holding schools responsible for it. It is your responsibility. It is you as a parent. It is your responsibility.
You can't be with them all the time.
You don't have to. You know what? I grew up in the 70s and the 80s as a mixed child, right? When it wasn't popular, when it wasn't cool. And I got railed all through high school, all through junior high, all through elementary. And I went to my mom.
This is why you are the way you are.
No,
right?
And this is what my mom. And this is what my mom said to me. My mom said, "What people say to you don't make you shit. It doesn't make you shit." She reinforced that to me over and over again. She said, "People are mean. I cannot keep people from being mean, but I can teach you how to cope with mean people." And that don't. But
not all parents are the same. Not all experiences are the same.
But that experience has to be the same. It has to be the same.
No, it should be that you shouldn't get bullied. You shouldn't go to school and be bullied.
That is
period.
That is not how this.
It is absolutely how this works. This needs to be how it works. You should be safe to go to school and not be bullied.
You should feel safe to walk the streets if you're brown, black, or yellow.
Yeah.
But it's not how it works, is it? So what do we do?
We're talking about children.
And
remember how children are different animals?
But this is what I'm saying. So what do? We fortify these people with the skills and coping mechanisms to help them navigate this world. Instead of looking at them and going, I don't know how to stop this, we find answers. And we don't hold the school responsible.
Oh, bullshit.
They're your children.
The kids are with the school a third of the day.
And they're with you the other two-thirds.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can't just exonerate the school. That's
but you
crazy.
can't put 100% at their feet.
There
which
is no
what
100%.
you seem to be doing.
You should be working together, but the school is inadequate at best at dealing with it. Still to this day, it's ridiculous.
How are parents handling it? What are the strides that parents are making to stop bullying?
Someone said the whole country is being bullied right now. I agree. Someone else said D is right. You must teach your children to cope. I shouldn't have to deal with that. Someone had a bad morning within 1 minute. He shared his story online. His alarm didn't go off. It accidentally made a 911 call. He accidentally sent 12 nude and he sent nudes to 12 emergency contacts, all within 1 minute of waking up.
Wow.
What was he doing before he went to bed?
Well, he fumbled with his phone trying to hit the snooze, and in the process, he hit the power button 5 times, which set off the emergency SOS call on his Google Pixel, so his usual alarm turned into a blaring siren sound. I saw the notifications for calling 911 and stuff about sending location and whatever else emergency contacts, and I'm thinking, oh, emergency services are going to come and my friends are going to be scared. So he canceled everything, but then started getting texts from his friends. They were saying he'd sent them photos and a video from his bed. There's a feature on the phone that sends images when an emergency is triggered. So the problem was he was sleeping naked, so 12 emergency contacts were sent images of him nude, including his junk. Fortunately,
oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Who sleeps naked above the sheet?
Well, the problem is
that's so weird.
The problem. This is an Android, Kelly. It's an Android
thank
problem.
the Lord
You know what? If you have an Android, then you deserve to send random nudes to your emergency contacts. You peasants. And don't get your pour on me.
Well, where are you hiding? Where are you putting your phone?
Yeah, like how did it get all those pictures then?
Yeah,
Where was
like
this phone?
did you put it in the harness above your bed? That seems weird.
Poor guy. Poor son of a bitch.
Poor guy.
Poor people that got those pictures.
I did get a text that my coworker's granddaughter is being harassed right now over being deported, all because of her skin color. Entire family was born and has always lived in the U.S., but these kids at school, you see brown, and you want to make fun of somebody, you want to bully somebody, that's what you're going to go to.
They're not picking it up in school. You understand that?
Well, yeah,
they're not learning.
At home.
They're not learning. So it starts at home.
Yeah,
it starts at home where you tell these kids that the people that you are with are regular people, or you stop talking about brown people like they're less than.
You're right. People say the ideal work week, 4% of them would rather work just one 40-hour shift. And then you have then you have 5 days off.
Could you imagine? Oh my God. You get 5 hours in and you're like 35 more to go. Oh, hell no.
Oh, this is some bullshit too. KFC is moving its headquarters from Kentucky to Texas, but they're not changing the name to TFC. If I was Kentucky, I'd be pissed.
Yeah, nobody's eating Texas fried chicken.
Right? I got another text. My daughter was bullied, and I brought it to the school's attention, and nothing happened. So I ended up knocking all the kids' house that was bullying my kid and called them parents out. My daughter's not bullied anymore. It's true.
See?
You're having to take. You shouldn't have to take matters into your own hands. But I can name case after case after case after case where the school has dropped the ball when they were being bullied in school. In school. I'm not talking about bullied at home. I'm talking about bullied in school. Bullshit. What else?
Well, I think even if the teachers did get a hold on it or try to stop them, like how are they going to stop them outside or something when they're leaving school and the kids come back?
I know, but we gotta. I mean, it's 2025. We got all this technology. We got to figure something out.
I think that's where Dee's right. I kind of think it's a combination of all of it. I think the teachers should step up, and I also think the parents should especially step up.
But I mean, you can bully now 24/7 because of social media.
Yeah.
So there's like no way to get out
and
of
all
it.
these kids have these chats now where they're bullying people online. Yeah. Like you have school chats where they're just bullying these kids.
And this is just
crazy,
all what they've seen their parents do too. Honestly,
man, real simple trick. Unplug shit. You know what?
Stop.
It's so easy
You
not
can't
to. You
disconnect
can't be
everyone
bullied
else.
by something you ain't reading.
Yeah.
You can't be bullied by something you ain't looking at.
That takes
like,
an,
that's voluntary bullying.
That takes an adult to
You're right.
understand that.
It absolutely
But
does.
you can't help it. Like it's
Right.
just like you if somebody does something negative, says something negative on your social media, you like this someone is not a fan,
What?
but you can't help but read it.
Right, and there could
You
be
go,
100
yeah,
comments,
but
and then you end up focusing.
But
Even as an adult, you end up focusing on the
so
one
let me-
negative.
Look, how many times have you read on all your little social media platforms that you love so much? Like, you cannot control somebody's actions. You can control your reaction to their action. It is not okay just to say I read it and I'm mad and that's just the way it is. You have the ability to stop your brain.
But the other problem, the other problem, the other major,
Settle down.
the other major problem today is parents. They go into instead of saying your kid bullies. They go into defense mode. Not my kid, or
They do.
they really do.
There's a
It's-
lot of that, yeah.
there's. It's not more that my little bastard is an asshole, and I need to take care of it. No, it's you're going to protect him because so you're not even getting help from the parents. It's like, hey, your kid is bullying my kid. But what did they do? It's like, dude, no, your kid's an asshole.
But
What
do
did
you
your
under-
kid do to my kid to
But
make
do
him
you?
bully
But
him?
do you understand? It's this. You're battling the same mentality that you have about your child. That it's a. What do you expect a parent to do when you would do the exact same thing?
I wouldn't though. I know if I look, I know my kids aren't perfect, and I know that they do dumb shit and they do stuff wrong. I'm not going to sit there and defend them. If there's a bullying going on, I'd be like, "What are you doing?
So-
Why are you bullying this person? What is going on? Like, what is wrong with you? What did I do wrong?"
Right. Like okay. God, we're still on this.
I know.
I know.
All right. Well, all right. Here, I got the dumbass of the day for you. A woman was arrested after she got caught filling up her ex-boyfriend's gas tank with Coke Zero, and then she dropped in pre-sucked Skittles.
Oh my god! What
Na-
TikTok
naturally-
video showed her
Right.
that?
Naturally, this brings up a lot of questions. Mainly, how was it discovered that she sucked the Skittles before stuffing them into the gas tank? Several sites have picked up the story, and the woman's mugshot is being spread around social media. But there's reason to be a little dubious. We're not even able to find a name of the woman, a location for where this happened, or if anything from the police department. So you might want to take it with a grain of salt. But even pre-sucked grain of salt, if you must. But what did he do? What did he do that she had to go pre-suck some Skittles and drop them into his gas tank? What did that asshole do?
There is one thing that we definitely know for sure.
What?
That the sex was good.
Oh my
The sex was. If you are banging a chick who can think of sucking Skittles and spitting them into your gas tank after a couple of 2 liters of Coke Zero,
Because she ain't with you anymore.
yeah, that is. She bangs well.
He does. He bangs well. Anyway, that is the news.
Lord have mercy.
Woohoo! Here's
She's actually kind of smart.
What do you mean? Why?
Yeah, putting pre-sucked Skittles and Coke Zero in a car's gas tank can cause damage to the engine. The sugar in the Coke can damage the internal structure of the engine, and the situation has been reported in cases of breakup revenge.
So why?
And then you get mad when I post your nudes on the internet.
Why do I have to pre-suck the Skittle? Why
do I have to pre-suck?
Why
The same way you got the reason why you got to pre-suck before. Anyway,
No, and why can't you
everything's better when you pre-suck
Why
it.
can't you just drop the Skittles in with the candy coating
I think
on
you have
there?
to pre-suck the hard shell to
Off?
get to the soft, gooey center.
Oh, all right. See, I guess they can't get
A
through
1, a 2, a 3.
Dude, I get that. No one else gets that, but I get that.
Maybe she's just
I
a
get
fan
it.
of Skittles and was just like,
You don't have to be so enthusiastic about it, Kelly.
Steve said maybe she's a fan of Skittles. She just wanted to.
you know,
Skittles are good.
she's like, I could just suck the whatever's on the coating of the whatever and then put the rest in the tank.
I just want to know how she got it past the metal flap in
I
the
don't
gas
know.
tank.
That's
Yeah.
Like, do
maybe
you know how
he's
much
gotta-
pressure you got to build up in your mouth to spit it through that?
Oh my God.
Oh
It's
my
got to sound
gosh.
like hitting a spittoon. Pating, pating.
Right.
Nobody woke up. Like, what's she doing? I don't know. Sounds like somebody's doing practice at Cedar Point. Pating, pating, pating.
All right, that is the news. Here's traffic and weather.
From the Taylor Automotive Traffic Center, I'm K2 the Baroness and Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning. We have some slow traffic out there. I-475 eastbound between Corey Road and Seacur Road, exit 17. Taylor Kia, where you pay what we pay. When you buy your new vehicle at Taylor Kia of Toledo, you get employee pricing. Let us know what you're looking for and we'll sell it to you at our cost. This is a limited time offer. To learn more, visit us at TaylorKiaToledo.com or give us a call at 419-842-8811 to speak with a team member today.
And I'm looking at your Furniture Palace forecast. It is currently 10 outside and it feels like 9. The skies will be mostly cloudy. The high of today is going to be 22 and the low will come back down to 10 later on tonight. Furniture Palace, where everything you see is on sale. Furniture Palace has the guaranteed lowest prices on thousands of in-stock name brand items, plus no credit needed financing. 4 convenient locations: Central Avenue, Toledo, Reynolds Road, Maumee, Woodville Road, Northwood, and Navarre Avenue in Oregon, or online at FurniturePalaceToledo.com. That's your traffic and weather. I'm Stephen B. on Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
10, my friends over State Line Sauce, the #1 hot sauce in all of Toledo. So many different flavors to choose from. There's one that's perfect just for you. Maybe try the pineapple orange, which is really good. The Cali Verde, which is amazing. The Carolina Golden Mustard is great on like hot dogs and burgers to give it a little spice. So good. Try it out for yourself. Go to StatelineSauceCO.com and order yours. StatelineSauceCO.com, or you can check them out on their socials as well, because today is the day that you need to get sauced. Get sauced. All right.
Hi, my name is Kitty.
Hi. Hi. Steven, you're up.
My mic's on. Oh, there it is. Second month, guys, into the new year, 2025. We're about halfway through here. And while you're holding on, fighting for dear life to get through this cold weather, let me tell you about these amazing prices over at Holy Grail Wellness. Right now, they've got $100 off any weight loss program of your choosing. If you want to get some semaglutide injections, go to www.thestabbynurse.com, or you can call 419-388-7760. Make sure you schedule your consultation and get that $100 off any weight loss program of your choosing, and you have until the end of this month, and that's only at Holy Grail Wellness.
Talking insurance with Tom Hudak from Regan Insurance Company.
Why do you care so much about the consumer over your business? Because there's time after time where you've said, hey, if you're comfortable with your agent, that's great, stay there. If you just need to have questions answered, I can help you.
There's a lot of things I don't know about, and I like when I can go and I can find somebody who I can trust. I have a mechanic who is going to tell me whether I should fix something on my car, whether something needs to be fixed or not, even if it doesn't make him any money. There are people in the community, and if we all work together and we take care of each other that way, we're all going to be a lot better off than if we all just look out for ourselves.
Well, so you think of this more as the importance to the community than it is to get as much business as you can.
Absolutely. If we're all looking out for each other, then that means somebody's looking out for us too, and it all comes back to us.
How can we get a hold of you at Regan Insurance Company, Tom?
They can call us at 419-292-0001 or online at ReganINS.com. It's ReganINS.com.
Love is in the air at Skinology Face Bar. This Valentine's Day, treat yourself to their exclusive pampering specials. They have a facial special, a luxurious 45-minute treatment for only $50. A head spa facial, that's the one I got, a 60-minute scalp facial and 30-minute facial for $145, or a massage special, 60 minutes therapeutic massage for only $99. Go to SkinologyFaceBar.com for details. It is a beautiful, gorgeous space on Monroe Street, and you have to check it out. That is Skinology Face Bar.
Bring it. Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
Live from the Taylor Automotive Studios, Northwest Ohio's largest car dealership, Cadillac, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia dealers, along with quality used cars from the top foreign and domestic automakers. Stop by your local dealership, test drive your new car, truck, van, or SUV today. Also brought to you by Skinology, Furniture Palace, and Regan Insurance. Now back to Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
I'm Andrew Z, Demetrius Nicodemus, Kelly Latch, the princess of property from Howard Hanna Realty, K2, the Baroness, Stephen B. Hardy, and Steve time.
Just grab a handful of mud and sling it. It's Steve Sleaze on Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
Hey, Steve.
Well, I had to get up early because somebody had to Tinky Dewey this morning, a little earlier than they normally do. So I'm like, oh, this dog.
Demetrius.
Did you show him where the bathroom was?
Did you show him?
No, when she Tinky Dewey, she likes to go outside.
Tinky Dewey.
Such a gay term.
So how did you know that she had to Tinky Dewey, Mr. Remy?
Because she normally sleeps at the foot of the bed or sometimes like to my left. So when she jumps off the bed and she comes around to the right, I sleep on the right side of the left side of the bed. If you're looking at the headboard, she jumped off the bed and came around to that side and put her paws up to the edge of the bed. So that's her. That's her signal, like, get up out of the bed. I gotta go. I got a Tinky Dewey.
Tinky Dewey. The Tinky Dewey. I'm going to start using that one for Colleen. I'll start pawing her.
It's Tinky and Doo-Doo. Tinky Dewey.
Oh. Yes.
I thought it was another one of Donald Duck's nephews. Tinky and Dewey.
Yeah. All right. What's going on in Slee, Steve?
Well, you guys, just to catch you up, now Serena Williams appeared in the Super Bowl halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. Did you see that girl was jamming too, honey?
Yeah. Who knew she knew how to crip walk? I thought that was the first thing you forget when you turn into a millionaire is how to crip walk.
Right?
I know how to mutual fund walk. I know how to 401k walk. But I've forgotten how to crip walk.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I've lost that along with my ghetto filter for my phone.
Yes. So of course that song was a direct attack on Drake, who just happens to be Serena's ex. So was she sending him a message? Well, apparently not. Replying to a tweet about the show, she said, "Definitely not dancing to be petty, LOL. I think I proved 23 times over, not counting 4 gold medals, that I'm simply don't have time for petty." She added, all love and respect. Always nothing negative here. The real reason Serena Crip Walk has been pretty well established by now. She and Kendrick are both from Compton, and also Serena took heat for doing that dance after winning gold at the Olympics in 2012.
Yeah,
There
except
you
no matter
go.
how busy you are as a woman, you
will
always
find
got time to be petty.
That is, you have there. It is in
That
your
is
Franklin
church right
planner. 10. You have 10 minutes out of each hour that you've dedicated to petty.
Hey, you guys do
Men
some
are
petty
petty.
crap too.
Men are not petty.
I don't know.
It's true and it's not true.
That is because I don't think we have the gray matter to be petty. Like our petty,
Women think it out.
Our petty is we're not talking to you. Like that's our petty, or we just won't bring food back when we go. That's petty for us. You guys do a level of petty that is unimagible. It's a Jedi level of petty.
Yeah, it's orchestrated.
It's got an outline, a syllabus.
It's got an itinerary.
Right.
Yes.
I did get a question from a listener, Steve, 419-345-3375. Do Steve and his dog both have matching nightgowns? It sounds like they would.
The answer is no.
Oh.
Well, actually, we do if you count nude a nightgown.
Birthday suit's a thing?
Yeah, birthday suit. That's
Birthday
a matching
thing.
nightgown. It is. All right. What else, Steve?
I had questions about why the dog was jumping off the bed. Now I know.
There's a lizard in the bed.
He's like, I ain't jumping over that snake to wake him up.
Oh, that's gonna be a python, bitch. Okay.
I have seen Anaconda. I know how this ends for pets.
Oh my God.
Wake up, Steven's penis is full of his dog.
This is
Oh my
Stop
God.
it!
Oh my
Far.
Oh my God.
It spits out John Voight.
Oh
Oh my God.
ridiculous.
He needs rest.
He does need rest.
Where's
I know.
Ice Cube?
I do have a question though, because I did get a text in. It says she was actually born in Saginaw, Michigan, and moved to Compton at 3 and left there at 9. So what set does she claim in just 6 years? I don't know. I watched the life story. I didn't know she was born in Michigan. That's interesting.
We should Google that because we shouldn't just take texts as fact.
Well, our listeners are very well read and they know. And this one is from Michigan. So
what does that mean? You from the state? All of a sudden, you got all state history.
She was born in 1981 in Saginaw, Michigan.
There we go. Thank you, K2. I did get a text here from Jeannie. Men can be totally petty.
Oh, heck yeah, they
They
can.
don't really know it. They just do it and move on. Women tend to fester.
You guys are.
I have definitely dealt with some petty men.
Me too.
Go ahead, Colleen.
So we have a role reversal here, right? Don't get me wrong, I can be petty.
Yeah,
but
you can.
Andrew can be petty.
That's not true.
I feel it.
He's more petty than a lot of women.
I know, right?
Yes.
I know. Calm down, Cleopatra. Queen of denial.
You guys are.
Text the mayor 6 times in an hour.
That's all I'm saying is.
Well, there it is.
Don't get me wrong, I can be petty. I invented petty.
You guys are ridiculous. I am not petty at all.
You are a liar.
You need a shirt that just says petty bitch.
Oh my God.
You are ridiculous. I did get a text that says, "Has Dee been drinking this morning?" All right. What else, Steve?
Wow. Is Taylor on a break from Blake? Well, Blake Lively wasn't in Taylor Swift's luxury suite during the Super Bowl, and Taylor didn't attend the SNL 50th anniversary special with Blake and Ryan Reynolds, and it might be because Taylor is on break from Blake. Now, Taylor's name just dragged into Blake's feud with Justin Bellini, the co-star and director of her movie It Ends With Us. And a source says Taylor is really hurt by this whole situation and feels like a pawn. So she's putting some space between herself and Blake, at least for now. The source also goes on to say that Taylor wants nothing to do with this whole ordeal. She has been a loyal friend to Blake and doesn't appreciate being thrown into this at all. Good for you. You
Whatever happened to her little
run
girl
away from
squad?
the crazy.
Her girl squad?
Yeah, like Mariska Hargitay and
she was in the girl squad.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was
Remember
like
when
Selena
they did
Gomez.
They did all of them, and they did.
Mariska Hargitay is like twice their age.
Why do you think she's got 2 cats named after her?
Yeah, she loved her. Yeah.
Wait,
Taylor
which
Swift.
one loved who?
Yeah.
Taylor Swift named her cats after a character that Mariska Hargitay plays. 2 characters, right?
Was she Law and Order, right?
Yeah, Law and Order SVU.
Yeah.
But they were real tight. That whole
didn't know
girl
that.
group. Like I remember the video where they were all walking with fire behind them, and
They were.
and shit.
They were.
And Mariska Hargitay looked like she was a chaperone. Like, old
She's
bitch.
still holding her own.
I will tell you, I felt kind of I went out with youngins last night, and I was like, I'm a little bit older than you all.
A little bit.
Just a little.
I got a text in.
And then they were like, "Don't mind the underwear, Miss Lance. It's under ruse."
I did get a text in. You are petty, Andrew. One time I was a little short at your food truck. It was $1.50. 2 years later, you asked for that $1.50 when I saw you at Walmart. That is a lie. That is a lie.
They've been saving that up.
It's such a lie. You didn't pay me that $1.50 at Walmart, though.
Clearly not a lie. Clearly not a lie, then.
Yeah, I remember you now.
If you're like, bitch didn't have my $1.50.
All right, what else, Steve?
Well, if you guys haven't seen the video, it's all over the internet. A$AP Rocky was found not guilty of felony assault yesterday, and as soon as the verdict was read, he literally dove into Rihanna's arm. There's some audio, too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really? All right, yeah, I do have some audio here, Steve, for you. Here you go. Here you go.
We, the jury, the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of
That dude hugged that blonde. I think that was his lawyer or somebody on.
Yeah,
his
yeah, I
He
saw
just
that.
like throws her out the way and goes to Rihanna.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh my God, she just saw me with my hands on another girl." Ah, bitch, I don't know you.
You ain't Rihanna.
See, here's
Because
a-
if he would have held that hug too long, he would have wished for those 24 years.
Here's why I call bullshit on the legal system. If you look back through studies, and I know I've seen them, where the rate for conviction of someone that's convicted by the state is in the 90 percentile range. I bet if you've got money, that goes down drastically to maybe the 50 or 60% range because you have money to get the best lawyers and to call out their bullshit. And it's icky. The whole system you say it's the best legal system. Well, the legal system sucks, and if it's the best one, that means legal really sucks around this world, and it just should not be like that at all. I get a bad feeling. If you're ASAP Rocky and have $1 million, you're going to get off.
And he was innocent.
And if you're Joe Jones, though, it doesn't matter if you're Joe Jones could be innocent too. It doesn't matter, but he doesn't have the problem too is when if you let's say you don't even have money for representation, you get that representation. They don't that person's the process. What do they call it?
The public defender.
Public defender. They don't want to ruffle the feathers because they got to be in front of that judge the next day for another case, and the next day for another case, and the next day for another case. So they're not trying to do everything they can to save your ass unless you're paying them $1 million. They don't give two fucks, and it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Y'all are on one today.
Aren't they, girl?
Someone else said absolutely. Ask OJ or his ghost. It's true. OJ had put together the best legal system, and there was no doubt he was guilty. I mean, you watch there was doubt though. I mean, they were able to do doubt, and the police did do something wrong. But if OJ was someone else and with a normal defense team, do you think he would have gotten off? I don't think so. They put a lot of effort into finding little things that the average person with a public defender, to cast out. The average person with a public defender doesn't have those resources, or they're not going to put that time in. They get too many cases.
You are absolutely
bullshit.
You are absolutely right. Money does help.
Yes.
When you have
us minorities get screwed in the system, especially
when you have legal issues. Yes, I would agree. If you have deep pockets, that does help. However, with this case, it is not the fact that he just had a ton of money to throw at it. It is they didn't have a weapon. They didn't have any video. They just had this one guy, ASAP Rakim, or whatever the hell his name was, who said that he shot at him. And that is what they went off of. They offered ASAP Rocky a deal of 6 months with 7 months of probation, 3 years of probation with 7 years suspended. He could have taken 6 months. 6 months wouldn't have been shit, right? But he was
6 months. Man, it was.
Well,
it was
that's
a long
for you.
time for
You
me.
are you are soft. you are soft in the middle and on the outside edges.
When I went to prison and I got a TV and I got all the accoutrement to make my stay a little better. People are like, you're only doing a 6 month bid. What do you got all this stuff for? I'm like, I need everything. I need everything.
This is how I showed up to Survivor.
I got fancy sweatpants and
bro, you are trying to get robbed and raped.
Robbed and raped.
You was trying to be little Ricky's bitch, huh?
Right? Show up with all the cool things and looking sexy in new sweats.
Just had some Rumplemans, so I got fresh breath.
Yep. I know how my poppy likes it.
I don't know the details of the ASAP Rocky, but I'm just talking about in general.
You're
right.
Someone
did text in. He did have a weapon. It just happened to be a fake gun. Yeah, it happened to be a fake gun. So I don't know anything about the story, but it's just the legal system is so screwed against when it comes to poor people, and it doesn't even matter the color. I don't think. I mean, but if you're poor,
I think it's social class.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, you look at it now, and if you're in the Lucas County system, right? We all know, like, everybody deserves bail. Everybody, unless it's murder, bail is supposed to be set for you. But the justice system here knows that a $10,000 bail might as well be a $20 million bail for the people here.
Right, because you ain't got 10 grand.
Yeah, you ain't got 10 grand. Nobody has 10 grand. Nobody's making hey, do you? And if they do, they're not dropping it on you to get you out of jail.
Right.
You know, so this is punitive before sentencing.
Mm-hmm.
It is sad and it is disgusting. But until we change how people get into law or why people get into law and why people get into medicine, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to get rich. Nobody's in here. Like, it's very rare that you find somebody who's like, you know what, I just want to heal people, or I just want to help the poor. Those people are few and far between. They want to be on the golf course.
They want to work as few hours as they can to be on the golf course.
They want a BMW. They want a country club membership. They want all those things. It isn't about looking at people as people.
Yeah, sucks. All right, what else, Steve?
Well, during the height of the scandal around Kevin Spacey's alleged sexual misconduct, his LA Confidential co-star Guy Pearce described the actor as handsy, adding that he was made to feel uncomfortable. Now Pearce is sharing more about what he described as Spacey's unwanted advances during the filming of the 1997 film in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter Scott Feinberg, which saw him fighting back tears. He says, "I was young and susceptible, and he targeted me. No question," the 57-year-old Oscar-nominated actor says of Spacey, 8 years his senior, on Feinberg's Chatter podcast. Now, Pearce, who plays a wealthy industrialist who sexually assaults another man in The Brutalist, says he dismissed Spacey's advances over 5 months, but really, "I was sort of scared of Kevin because he's quite an aggressive man." He recalls telling his then wife that he only felt safe on set when fellow actor Simon Baker was present because Spacey's attention would turn to the younger and prettier actor. Pearce says it was only in 2017 when various allegations against Spacey surfaced amid the Me Too movement that it really dawned on him that the impact that had occurred and how he sort of brushed it off and how he had either shelved it or blocked it out or whatever. He said he broke down and sobbed, and I couldn't stop. Pearce tells Feinberg that was a really incredible wake-up call. He reluctantly described himself as a victim to a degree, but says he was certainly not a victim by any means to the extent that other people have been to sexual predators. Still, he felt compelled to confront Spacey in later years. He tells Feinberg nothing. A couple of interactions got ugly per the guard. He says, now I don't want him to get away with what he gets away with. And he says he needs to be punished. So there you go.
He went through the system.
Who? Spacey?
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, but I think
he was found not guilty.
In a couple of the cases, but I mean there are other victims.
Were his accusers as being slowly dying?
Yeah,
a lot of his accusers. Every time a big accusation came up.
there was a guy the one big case was from a guy who acts in a show that I watch all the time called Star Trek Discovery, and
nerd.
Okay.
Nerd. And the guy and the guy was like, he did this, and this, and then when he was on the stand, he couldn't remember Kevin Spacey's apartment, all the places that he said he was assaulted by Kevin Spacey. He couldn't describe accurately.
It doesn't matter because you put that stuff out of your head because it's traumatic. But everyone's brain works different.
Okay, so now he's guilty because he was found not innocent. It doesn't matter.
There are a lot of people that are saying, including Guy Pearce,
which is weird. It was 18 years ago.
Doesn't matter, man.
And so why didn't this come out in 2017 when there was this huge wave and you would have been accepted and everybody would have believed you? Like, why are you waiting now? That's bullshit.
You don't understand how trauma works.
Oh my gosh! You watch SUV, you know, or SVU.
I do, and I'm
you
a big
know that
fan
it comes later
of the Eddie Bauer edition. But
I know because I said SUV first.
But what?
SVU.
So stupid.
So stupid.
All I'm
Girl,
saying,
you got up to drive over there.
I did every morning. Every morning.
But Kevin Spacey did say that what he said told Guy Pearce to grow up after these allegations. See, Spacey hasn't learned. Spacey is a predator, and he just is. I mean, he needs to never be able to be around any other actors again.
Yeah, his day will come. Judgment day will
One man shows forever.
Judgment day will come. One man shows. All right, Steve, what else?
Okay, so Nicole and Keith are the latest A-listers to become crime victims now that their Los Angeles area home has been burglarized. So our sources say Nicole and Keith were not home at the time, but one of their employees scared the person up. We're told the incident happened over the weekend when someone smashed a glass window to gain entry into the famous couple's home. For all the people that are like, who's Nicole and Keith? We're talking to Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. So victims of all this crime stuff that's going on.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever want to break into Australians' homes. Like, all it is like, just bleached skulls and rattlesnakes.
Vegemite.
Yeah, a couple of
Vegemite.
vuvuzelas. Like, what are you doing?
Vegemite. Did you ever try Vegemite? This stuff is disgusting.
Yes, it's disgusting. It's
Oh my
foul.
God. What does it
is
taste like?
foul. It is literally what grout should taste like. That's what it tastes like.
Jeez. Grout that's been like it's discolored grout from the years of shower.
Oh my
If you just
God.
scraped that up and put it on a piece of bread, that's what Vegemite tastes like. I did get a text in 419-345-3375. Someone said there's no such thing as repressed memory. The concept is a controversial topic in psychology. Some experts argue that traumatic events can be repressed by the mind as a coping mechanism, only to be rediscovered later. Others believe that memories can be easily manipulated, and the so-called recovered memories are often false. There is no definitive scientific consensus on the existence of repressed memory. The validity of repressed memories depends on individual cases and the methods used to recover them.
We got some smart listeners.
What
today.
is going on today?
Why do they listen to us?
I'm impressed.
Did your labs get closed because of the cold?
Man,
Our listeners.
Our listeners are highfalutin. Highfalutin.
Man.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Toodles, kids.
All right, that is Steve's Sleaze on the 50s. Brought to you in part by all of us. All right, Steve Sleaze. Or is traffic.
From the Taylor Automotive Traffic Center, I'm K2 the Baroness on Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning. I-75 southbound, right after the exit 210 Alexis Road, we have a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder.
Oh, shit. I was waiting for Dr. D. She's not coming in today.
She's not coming in today.
Oh, my God. I was like, why is she not here yet? Okay.
She's frolicking the beaches.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. She's in Mexico.
Taylor Kia, where you pay what we pay. When you buy your new vehicle at Taylor Kia of Toledo, you get employee pricing. Let us know what you're looking for, and we'll sell it to you at our cost. This is a limited time offer. To learn more, visit us at TaylorKiaToledo.com or give us a call at 419-842-8811 to speak with a team member today.
And I'm looking at the Furniture Palace forecast right now. It's getting a little bit warmer. It is currently 12 outside, but feels like 17, so getting a little bit warmer. Don't put on those sundresses yet, unless you want to. It's going to be high at 22, and tonight's going to be a low of 12. Furniture Palace, where everything you see is on sale. Furniture Palace has the guaranteed lowest prices on thousands of in-stock name brand items, plus no credit needed financing. 4 convenient locations: Central Avenue, Toledo, Reynolds Road, Maumee, Woodville Road, Northwood, and Navarre Avenue in Oregon, or online at FurniturePalaceToledo.com. That's your traffic and weather. I'm Stephen B. on Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
That's it, my friends, over at State Line Sauce, the #1 hot sauce in all of Toledo. So many different flavors, so many different ways to use it. You can use it on beef, on chicken, tacos. You use it in mac and cheese, make a spicy mac and cheese. Pizza. Use it. There's the pineapple. Hold on. I don't want to get the exact name right. The Tropical Island is good for wings if you put it in the Tropical Island. But the pineapple orange, you put that on pizza, give it a little spice. Man, it is so good, especially if you do a pineapple pizza and then you just add some of the pineapple orange hot sauce. It is absolutely amazing. Go to StatelineSauceCO.com. StatelineSauceCO.com. Order your bottle today. It is time for you to get sauced.
And don't forget, guys, we are the second month into the new year, and Holy Grail is still sending out those discounts right now until the end of this month. You can get $100 off any weight loss program of your choosing. If you want to get that semaglutide injection treatment going, go to www.thestabbingnurse.com, or you can call at 419-388-7760. Don't forget, you have until the end of this month to take advantage of this offer. $100 off any weight loss program of your choosing, and that's only at Holy Grail Wellness.
Talking insurance with Tom Hudak from Regan Insurance Company.
Why do you care so much about the consumer over your business? Because there's time after time where you've said, hey, if you're comfortable with your agent, that's great. Stay there. If you just need to have questions answered, I can help you.
There's a lot of things I don't know about. And I like when I can go and I can find somebody who I can trust. I have a mechanic who is going to tell me whether I should fix something on my car, whether something needs to be fixed or not, even if it doesn't make him any money. There are people in the community community, and if we all work together and we take care of each other that way, we're all going to be a lot better off than if we all just look out for ourselves.
Wow, so you think of this more as the importance to the community than it is to get as much business as you can?
Absolutely. If we're all looking out for each other, then that means somebody's looking out for us too, and it all comes back to us.
How can we get a hold of you at Reagan Insurance Company, Tom?
They can call us at 419-292-0001 or online at reganins.com. It's REGANINS.com.
Love is in the air at Skinology Face Bar. This Valentine's Day, treat yourself to their exclusive pampering specials. They have a facial special, a luxurious 45-minute treatment for only $50. A head spa facial, that's the one I got, a 60-minute scalp facial and 30-minute facial for $145, or a massage special, 60 minutes therapeutic massage for only $99. Go to skinologyfacebar.com for details. It is a beautiful, gorgeous space on Monroe Street, and you have to check it out. That is Skinology Face Bar.
Bring it. Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
Live from the Taylor Automotive Studios, Northwest Ohio's largest car dealership, Cadillac, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia dealers, along with quality used cars from the top foreign and domestic automakers. Stop by your local dealership, test drive your new car, truck, van, or SUV today. Also brought to you by Holy Grail Wellness and State Line Sauce Company. Now back to Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
I'm Andrew Z, Demetrius, Nicodemus, Kelly Latz, the Princess of Property from Howard Hanna Realty, K2, the Baroness, Stephen B. Hardy. And I talked to you last hour that I got these Post Malone Oreos. Post Malone Oreos, which I thought were delicious. They're made by, of course, the artist Post Malone, and they're called Posties, which are swirled salted caramel and shortbread flavored cream, and they've got one of the black Oreos on one side, cookie, and then on the other side they have the shortbread ones, which are the lights. Have a good day. And so here, I'll pass them around. Pass them around here. You guys can try one. Here, D, try take one and pass it down, and then you guys can tell me what you guys think of these Posties.
Please enjoy a Doreo.
What is a Doreo?
It's a D Oreo. Half black, half white. The Doreo.
If you want to eat Demetrius, you need to get a Postio. All right, go ahead, guys. Try them out. See what you think. What do you guys think? I gave it an 8 yesterday. I reflected on my post. I was a little exuberant, so I think more of like a 7, but pretty good 7 out of 10. What do you guys think? They smell really good. They smell like cinnamon rolls. I mean, they have a strong cinnamon smell to them. Everyone's eating. What do you guys think?
They're okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think I just like a regular Oreo more.
Oh, of course. Well, look at you. Of course you do.
I'm gonna say this is. Oh my god.
Go ahead, Kel.
I think that this is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
Really?
Yeah, I was not going in on it thinking it was. I was like, oh, okay, but yeah, I think it's a lot better than I thought it was.
Demetrius?
It's a cookie.
Oh my god.
I wish I could say I was blown away by. But
blown away, but it was
blown away. But I mean, we know it's a cookie.
Like it's. I don't. What you think?
Who?
Gizmo.
Oh, you gave it to your dog?
Yeah, he always gets my last bite.
Oh. He's licking his chops, so I'm guessing it was pretty good.
What he also licks his asshole.
That must be good too, then.
Probably tastes like a Post Malone Oreo.
What about you, Steven?
Well, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Really? You liked it?
Yeah, I thought it was delicious. Let me get a big old glass of milk and I'll eat that whole thing in one sitting if I could.
Colleen was giving me shit yesterday because
yeah, this is interesting.
What? My ice milk?
Yeah.
I can't drink milk without ice. It's disgusting to me unless it's got ice in it.
You're like the third person I know that is that way.
Really?
My cousin Skylar is the same way. He can't drink milk without ice.
No, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think a Skylar has a good digestive tract. Anybody named Skylar is probably dealing with IBS at 12.
Oh my god.
At 12. No, I can't eat it without I can't drink it without
crazy.
ice, man.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I give it a 6.5.
6.5.
I give it a 4.
What did it take? Of course you did.
I'm along, yeah, 4. I'd say.
About a 4. You and both of you and K2 and Demetrius. That doesn't surprise me for either one of you.
Post Malone is definitely trying to get fat people to buy these. Then.
Yeah, because you gave it an 8. I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
Kelly, you gave it a 6.5.
I was surprised.
How would you describe it? Like, what would, it's to me, I describe it kind of like a cinnamon roll.
Yeah.
Almost, yeah.
I did. I like the filling. I
Yeah.
did like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Filling was good. I like the one side of the graham. It was like a graham cracker on the one side.
Yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Yeah. All
There was 2 different fillings in there, it looked like.
It is. It's they have like a cream filling, and then they have a shortbread flavor cream.
That's where that flavor's coming from, right
Yeah,
there.
and they smell really good.
They do.
I mean, they have like a huge, like you could just taste, you could smell the, I don't know, cinnamon or.
Do you think when you
shortbread.
eat something, if it smells good, you actually think it's better?
I think
yeah.
so. Oh, for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, like if you come into to a house and like the food smells really good, I mean, you're gonna you're gonna like it. I mean, you're already starting at like a 6 or 7, and it have to be really, you have to really screw it up bad. I think if you got a delicious smell. So there's a new video out. It's a new type of parenting. It's called FAFO parenting. It's
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. It's a new type of parenting. The trend is basically natural consequences. And it's
called growing up in the 80s. This is not a trend. We are going back to what we should have been doing.
Which is good, because that's what Demetrius has wanted all along.
He loves the 80s, man. He wants to do everything. He wants to talking about making America great again. I'm surprised you don't wear a red hat.
I just want to make America 8 again.
So here's a mom explaining how she did FAFO parenting. No, that's
Excuse me, sir. Would you rather have $50 right now?
That's not FAFO.
I'll take the 50.
It's not FAFO parenting.
No matter what I have to do.
Yeah.
Oh,
you want my feet? What do you want?
You want my feet? He's gonna do. You're so. You're so weird. All right.
Don't judge. Don't judge.
Here we go. No, we're not judging.
I felt judgment from Kelly.
No, I was thinking,
No.
hey, we should start one together.
That was that was from me. It just washed over her.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm a
from this
supporter.
direction.
I'm like,
Thank you.
we should really do it together. Let's get some,
Some feet stuff going
Let's
on.
get some money for our feet.
Me and Kelly are going to take feet pics together.
All right, so here we go. I think. All right, here we go. Here's FAO.
Then what I would consider a subgenre that I would call fuck around and find out parenting. They fuck around, then they find out. They get their natural consequences and get to figure out the way through them. This weekend, I took my kid camping for the first time with the Cub Scouts, and we had a great time. But at one point, it was raining pretty hard. It was raining all day. It was real wet. And the kids were all just playing around at the campsite, and my son decided he didn't want to wear his rain jacket anymore. Okay, that's up to you. I'm not fighting my kid on a jacket unless temperatures are such that it could be dangerous to be without it. I did warn him, like, okay, but you're going to get wet. Just so you know, I'm not going to get a new shirt out for you. Like, you're going to have to figure this one out yourself. And he said, I'm fine. I won't need a new shirt. Of course, 10 minutes later, he was not fine. He got to decide for himself when he'd had enough. He got to decide for himself when he needed to go find a new shirt and stop playing and change. And we pretty much do that with everything that there's not a safety concern. If there's a safety concern, obviously, they're not finding out from that.
So my mom's been
But-
doing this since I was born.
That's Colleen's parenting. Just like go send you on your way. See, I'm more the person, like, if you can stop them from, like, the kids have to listen to you. Like nowadays, kids get to make, like, they're making too many of their own decisions. It's ridiculous. You're like, no, I'm the parent. You need to put the jacket on. Period. And if we need to have a fight about this, we'll have a fight about it. But if you
like to show who's in charge.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all it is.
He likes to flex his dick in his family.
Yeah.
It is
Oh
a
my
dick flexer.
gosh.
Absolutely.
Instead of, and it's not about guidance. It's not about
It is about
education.
guidance.
No, it's not, because you're not teaching them why they need to listen to you. You are saying
They know
listen
why.
to
If you
no.
have to put a jacket on 'cause
Are
it's
you
cold,
kidding me?
you
Let
know
me just
why.
run down that's the thing. Yes. Hey, I'm going to give you reasons why the next time you're going to want to listen to me. If you're not going to wear your coat, fine. It's not a fight we're going to have. But I tell you, the next time when you come in and I give you a suggestion and you walk in from the last time you went out and you're like, oh my God, I really should have had a coat on. You're going to go, okay, maybe this time I should listen to him. And if it takes 5 or 6 of those times to happen, then the next time I tell you something, you're more apt to do it. Because you understand that now I have not just given you a reason because I'm your dad or because I'm an adult. I have given you a reason because it is based on experience. And I have pointed out 6 other reasons that you chose to ignore. So maybe the 7th one you'll pick up on.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Of course you do. Stop.
I think that's how it should be done, honestly.
But again, I think kids today, they have too much opportunity to make their own decisions, and we are the parents.
So why not give them the tools to make good ones?
Right.
What do you mean? I mean,
give them the knowledge and
knowledge. It's cold out. You got to wear a jacket. I don't want to wear a jacket. It doesn't matter what you want to do. It's cold out. You're going to wear a jacket. I'm your parent. I mean, what other knowledge do they need? It's cold out. Like, I don't understand what knowledge they need for that. It's
Set
crazy.
them outside for 10 minutes in freezing cold, and then be like, "Do you want a coat?"
Yeah,
they'll come in and get one.
So you're for this then? The FAFO. It's the old school parenting. That's the way it is. The kids just running amok, doing whatever they want.
Oh my God.
That's what you like, right?
I don't think
That's
they're
what you
running
like.
amok.
Yes, that's what I like.
I knew it.
Running amok.
That's what you like.
That's what I like.
Kids run the streets. Doesn't matter.
If that's the example you want to use.
What do you mean?
Then yeah.
You said it. I'm just.
You said run amok.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of
running amok.
Of experience. Experience. No child. First of all, I want to say probably 85% of adults don't learn from somebody telling them something. They learn from experiencing it and either enjoying the good consequences or regretting the bad consequences.
Well,
It has never been a thing of, you know what, I'm so happy so-and-so told me this. It is always like, I should have listened to so-and-so.
We've had this conversation, though. I think you do need it. If you can protect your child, and there's something that you know the answer to.
You're the problem.
Who?
You.
Excuse me?
And your parenting style is the problem. Mr. I want to protect my children. Mr. They listen to me because I tell them to, and I don't have to give them any reasons why. You are the reason we have these damn kids the way they are.
I give them the reason why. Like, I'll explain to them why I'm saying that, but you're going to listen. You're not going to just do whatever you want. You're 6 years old. You ain't just doing whatever. You're not just running streets doing whatever.
Dude, I would rather
you want.
I would rather have that fight at 6, so I don't have to have that fight at 10. I would rather you learn at 6 that when I say something, it is based in fact and experience.
That's what I'm saying.
Learn, not listen. Learn. Go outside and experience the cold, so that when you're 10 and I tell you don't jump into this car or don't drink or don't do this, don't do that, it is based on valid information, a foundation in which I have built. Something that goes, when my dad or my mom says something, based on my experience, their advice is usually right. But I had to learn, and I'd rather you learn at 6 than rather you learn at 16 or 17.
I did get a text in 419-345-3375. It depends on the age sometimes too. And someone else said allow some autonomy to let your kids make those decisions for themselves.
Man, they use the word autonomy? Who is listening to this show today?
Big brains in the house today.
Big brains. The other thing is, do you guys know, I was driving down Reynolds yesterday because I read a story this morning, and I'm trying to put the two and two together, and I tried to put it on Facebook, and no one answered me. Are the the Red Lobsters, are they open in this area, or are they not open in this area? Because in 2024 last year, I looked back at Tony guessed this, I remember, and I remember us reporting that in the bankruptcy, they were closing our lobster places. And are they open or not?
Sure, I think
the one in Maumee is open.
The one in Maumee is open?
On Reynolds Road, yes.
Yeah. So that means the one on Monroe Street is probably open as well.
This is not parenting related, but I do have to tell you that Josie had shiny silver pants on this morning, with silver and black shoes. And she said, I look like the lady in the other room. So I'm gonna go with that. If my kid is like, I look like Kelly Latz, and that she's looking up to Kelly, I'm down.
That's the sweetest thing.
That's a good one. But yeah, anyway, Red Lobster, I don't know if here he is, a text in 419-345-3375. I'll get those in a second. But anyway, Lobster Fest is back, which so I didn't know if it included us locally or not, because I don't know. Whenever I go by, there's like no one there, but the building's still there. It's not up for sale or anything, so maybe it is still open.
So they said they were going bankrupt last year, you said, because they were giving away too much of the shrimp stuff, and now they're giving away a bunch of lobster.
Maybe they haven't learned their lesson. I don't know what Lobster Fest is, but it's back. Customers can dive into dishes like lobster and shrimp linguine, a classic lobster roll, lobster mac and cheese, create your own lobster.
Ugh, that sounds great. I'm not going to lie.
Why do you say it like that?
How do you create your own lobster? Is what they're like God mode. They're like, what do you want? I want a platypus bill on it.
Oh my God.
And give me I want hands, human hands coming out the sides. I don't like the claws. I want legitimate fingers I could dip in butter and suck that aren't mine.
Oh my God.
and if you could put Charlie Chaplin's face on it, that'd be great.
I got some text message at 419-345-3375. Josie looks at the food trucks in the driveway and the golf cart train in the backyard, and then she looks at Andrew and says to herself,
right?
Maybe I shouldn't be taking advice from
you.
Wow.
Yeah. Mister, I'll cut your grass and give your kids a ride.
Oh my God.
Shut up. Another one says, we forklift operators are beacons of knowledge. Tim at DHL.
Tim.
We love Tim. All right. Let's take a break. Here's traffic and weather.
From the Taylor Automotive Traffic Center, I'm K2 the Baroness and Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning. The accident that we had on I-75 southbound earlier has been cleared, and the traffic cams are showing clear on the highways. No delays to report right now. Let us know if you see something. Taylor Kia, where you pay what we pay. When you buy your new vehicle at Taylor Kia of Toledo, you get employee pricing. Let us know what you're looking for, and we'll sell it to you at our cost. This is a limited time offer. To learn more, visit us at TaylorKiaToledo.com or give us a call at 419-842-8811 to speak with a team member today.
And I'm looking at your Furniture Palace forecast right now. We are at 14 outside. Feels like 12, a little bit cooler. The skies are going to be cloudy throughout the day and with a little bit of partly sun. High of 22 with a low of 14 later on tonight. Furniture Palace, where everything you see is on sale. Furniture Palace has the guaranteed lowest prices on thousands of in-stock name brand items, plus no credit needed financing. 4 convenient locations: Central Avenue, Toledo, Reynolds Road, Maumee, Woodville Road, Northwood, and Navarre Avenue in Oregon, or online at FurniturePalaceToledo.com. That's your traffic and weather. I'm Stephen B. on Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
Hey, it's time for you to, if you haven't yet, we really love for you to support our sponsors. It helps us tremendously, and one of them is State Line Sauce. Get a bottle of hot sauce. It's $9.99. You get the best tasting hot sauce in all of the Toledo area, the best selling hot sauce. It is delicious. Follow them on social media. Tell them you appreciate them following and supporting the show. You can find them on all the platforms, especially Facebook, State Line Sauce, or their website, StatelineSauceCO.com, if you want to order a bottle. Get you some State Line Sauce. You are going to love it. I promise. I put it on everything. I need you to get sauce today.
And while you're busy getting sauce, make sure you get a semaglutide injection for $100 off so you can make up for that weight gain. Because it's not the sauce that's bad.
No.
It's what you're putting it on, you little fatty. You need to lose that weight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me, you asshole?
No, not at all. I was picturing a mirror. And I was,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
We are the second month into the new year, guys. So as I said, right now, Holy Grail Wellness, $100 off any weight loss program of your choosing. Go to www.thestabbingnurse.com or call at 419-388-7760. Make sure you set up and schedule your consultation with those wonderful ladies over there. Get you on those semaglutide injections. $100 off any weight loss program until the end of this month. It's only at Holy Grail Wellness.
We're talking insurance with Tom Hudak from Regan Insurance Company, and what separates him, being an independent insurance agent, from an insurance agent that works at one of those big insurance companies.
There's typically 3 ways people can get insurance. One is if you just want to go online or call an 800 number and just get a call center or someplace. And there's nothing wrong with that if you know what you're looking for. Another way is there are agents who work with just one company. And then the next step is an independent agent. And it's an agent who represents you for multiple companies, and they help you find the best coverage and the best company for you. And all I want people to do is find an agent who they can work with and that they like. It doesn't have to be me, but make sure that you're having somebody who's looking out for you, because insurance can be complicated. And with insurance, you're paying for peace of mind. So you want to make sure you have that peace of mind, and when something comes up, that you have the coverage that you need.
How can we get a hold of you at Regan Insurance Company, Tom?
They can call us at 419-292-0001. or online at reganins.com. It's REGANINS.com.
Love is in the air at Skinology Face Bar. This Valentine's Day, treat yourself to their exclusive pampering specials. They have a facial special, a luxurious 45-minute treatment for only $50. A head spa facial, that's the one I got, a 60-minute scalp facial and 30-minute facial for $145, or a massage special, 60 minutes therapeutic massage for only $99. Go to skinologyfacebar.com for details. It is a beautiful, gorgeous space on Monroe Street, and you have to check it out. That is Skinology Face Bar.
Bring it. Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
Live from Taylor Automotive Studios, Northwest Ohio's largest car dealership, Cadillac, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia dealers, along with quality used cars from the top foreign and domestic automakers. Stop by your local dealership, test drive your new car, truck, van, or SUV today. Also brought to you by Skinology, Furniture Palace, and Regan Insurance. Now, back to Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
I'm Andrew Z, Demetrius, Nicodemus, Kelly Latz, the Princess of Property from Howard Hanna Realty, K2 the Baroness, Stephen B. Hardy. You know, we were talking about this week, last hour, we talked about how the flu is the worst it's been in decades. Also, we talked about the quademic. There's like 4 different sicknesses just all over us. And I was I was scrolling through Facebook this morning, and I just got OMG, my muscle over my left rib is swollen from coughing. The doctor says, so I've kind of been muffling my cough, and WTF, I think I just pulled the muscle on the right side because I coughed, and OMG, praying for everyone who is sick. This is insane. Dude, have you ever sneezed and like your back hurt, like you pull your back out? Like, that's happened to me. It happens a lot, like to where it hurts to cough.
It's an old person
Hurts
thing.
to
It's
sneeze.
an old person thing.
How
You
dare
ever
you,
sneeze and blow your back out?
Yes, dude. I'm the only one. Hey, normal or no? Normal or no?
Nope.
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 Kelly, come on.
I mean, I've heard of it, yes.
I've heard of it. Oh, it's an old people thing.
I've heard of
of
Loch
it.
Ness Monster. I've never seen it.
Oh my God.
Steven, not you either?
No, I'm
Kelly?
not that old
K2?
yet.
Negative.
Oh, man. To where, like, I know I pulled a muscle. Like, I've coughed so hard or sneeze. Not cough for me. It's sneeze.
Like, that's weird. Coughing, I get. Sneezing and pulling a muscle, that's...
Really?
Yeah.
That's got to be one crazy sneeze.
Like, what do you got in you?
I don't know.
Right.
So it's
you. Oh, my back.
Look, I got a text in 419-345-3375. I sneezed the other day. I pulled my back and shit my pants.
Oh my God.
See?
All right, well, thank you for... Now our smart listeners have left.
Our smart listeners.
They're clearly at work
They
now.
went to work.
This
smart
is
listeners.
now the 10 minutes for the unemployed.
They're just waking up.
All the dumb texts are back.
Oh my God.
All right.
9 o'clock, time to start scrolling through Indeed.
All right, K2, why don't you put your mic in front of your face and
How many times you heard that?
Oh my God.
And I know you have an inbox issue
I do.
for
I do.
us
Okay.
since there's no Dr. D to this week.
Give me 1 second.
Since
Let me
she's
get there.
in Mexico. She'll be back next week for us, of course.
All right.
Yes.
So my daughter came home all upset that her school photo looked like the way it did. She was upset that a zit that she tried to cover came out so clearly. She also doesn't like the way her eyes look. She thinks they're partially closed. My husband thinks that we need to guarantee our daughter likes her yearbook photo, especially the way kids can be bullies at age 11.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes you just take a bad photo. My husband and daughter disagree and say with technology today, there is never a reason to have a bad photo. My husband took our daughter's school photo to AI, and now she loves it and wants me to pressure the school to use that photo. I think this teaches a bad lesson. Is it that damaging for a kid to have a yearbook photo they don't like? I never liked one of mine ever.
I tried to avoid them, honestly.
Did you?
Yeah.
Andrew, a yearbook is something that people in school put together to commemorate the year of education and friendships in which they have made. And then at the end, they sign them.
That's
it's
all right.
usually something that is an indication of the completion of the last school year.
I was getting beach knowledge. I was out on the beach where you guys were going to, while you fools were at school.
Yes. Yes.
Right, Huntington
See
Beach.
how that paid off. Look at you.
In his defense, school didn't pay off much for me either.
Yeah, he went. He went every year. Look at him.
I feel like he didn't put enough effort.
I
into
definitely
it.
didn't, so he's right on that too.
All right. So, what do you think? Should she be able to? Why not? How many people have looked back and hated their photos for generations, for decades?
Because that's not
for
what you look like.
For decades.
It is not
If
what
you
you look like.
If you have the ability now with AI and technology and whatever to fix your photo, fix your photo.
Stop.
What's the big deal?
It's your face. Get used to your fucking face.
I agree, actually, just in a more polite way.
What?
You keep putting all this pressure in giving a kid something like that, so now you have raising a standard of everything has to be perfect with that child, and life's not like that.
They're allowed to like their picture. Like, what are you guys telling me? Because you hated yours and you look Demetrius, I know you look like a nerd.
I
but
do.
You're sitting there watching Star Trek looking stupid.
And you know what? It's super nice to see the fucking progression. Do you know?
It's true.
I
Glow
went
up is
from
a real thing.
Like, it's a nice thing.
From not to hot? Were you on Jenny Jones too?
Like, all I am saying is, like, that's your face. Look, has anybody taken a good driver's license photo?
No.
Are you going to go to BMV and demand that they take it again and again until you like it? No,
But
it is
no
not.
one's looking at your license, though.
Nobody's looking at your dumbass yearbook
Yes,
photo either.
everybody.
Everybody looks at it once. Once when they get it,
But then
nobody breaks that bitch out again.
That's true.
It goes all in boxes, and now I have 35 yearbooks that no one even remembers you.
Man.
Unless you're going through it to call the old numbers that people wrote in it.
See if they're still working.
Yep. Hey, is Stephanie there? I was just seeing if her life stalled like mine.
I got a text at 419-345-3375. There's something endearing about having the Ugly Pics 19 look back at 20 years from now. I mean, sorry, the Ugly Pics 19, Ugly Pics 2 look back on 20 years from now. Kelly, what do you think?
So I think it's wrong.
Which part?
I do.
Which
think,
part?
I think that to have AI fix a picture. I mean, I just feel like we're raising people. Like, I have a very good friend. She's beautiful, but I don't think she's ever put a real picture out of herself. And I think that
Dude, that's scary.
she
It's
fixes
scary.
all of her pictures, and she is absolutely stunning. And I feel like that is really what we're putting out there is what younger girls see, that we're not enough how we look. And I just think I think it's dangerous.
Let me ask you this, Kelly. When we leave in 5 minutes, is your horse going to be ready to take you home? Your horse that's outside,
because obviously I have to climb up to?
Yeah, because obviously, I know we have technology now, but hey, we need to do things the way we've always done them, and
Stop
so
with
we
the
need to take
always done them.
our horse.
Stop using always done them like.
I thought you meant my high horse.
No.
It is so.
I'm like, I gotta
I
climb
thought
up.
he meant that too.
You use.
I was like,
No, I meant
You use always done that as if it's a bad thing, as if it's a bad word. Because we do something the way we always do
Right.
it.
It's
It is not always bad. You know what? Just because we have technology doesn't mean we have to use it
We can
for that.
fix a bad picture now. Fix the bad picture. It's not that big a deal. I don't know why you guys are making a big deal
I don't
out
think
of
it's
it.
so much about the picture. It's there's some principles and standards there.
Yeah.
Oh my! You guys are so ridiculous.
I mean-
It's a picture.
Look,
you guys are putting way too
look,
much into
I
a picture.
understand.
I'm not happy with the picture. I can fix the picture. Fix it. Put it in the yearbook and
Look,
be done with it. It's so dumb.
I understand that your aerial photo in your 8th grade yearbook was a little upsetting.
It wasn't right to have them take a picture of you at the beach overhead like that.
Nobody
I know
wants
that
a-
was just mean.
Nobody wants a bad picture
Exactly.
out of themselves. Nobody does. I get that, but like it. I mean,
Kelly, how many pictures do you take with your girlfriends? And they're like, let me see them first, and
Yeah.
you have to look at them 10 times. It's like that's normal.
But I do that too. Absolutely.
So then,
but
why shouldn't she be able to do
but
that?
Because
I will
that's-
say
As
this.
an 11-year-old.
Let me finish.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Like, we do take a ton, but people take a ton of pictures that I don't see. And if they choose to put that picture on the internet, what I'm going to call them and tell them, please take it down? No, everybody takes good pictures. Everybody takes bad pictures. I mean, I rather look like me than not.
I got a text in 419-345-3375. This girl's sitting at the bar all day by themselves in the corner taking 700 taking 700 selfies are the same girls that were 11 years old once when complaining that they could have changed their yearbook picture. Another text in. We use technology to fix cancer now. Why can't we use technology to fix pictures?
You did not just read that voluntarily. Somebody showed you a picture of your mom tied up. Because there's no way that you would have made that comparison to Photoshop to cancer.
I may have taken some license in what they actually wrote, but it was very similar.
What was
the
it?
The spirit of it is
what was it? Because I'm positive no one compared cancer to Photoshop.
We got to stop as a society softening these kids. Callous skin is not a bad thing. No, use tech to fix cancer, bro. Oh, I did not say it that way. He said, use tech to fix cancer. Don't use tech to fix a picture.
Don't move. Not use text to move your eyes closer.
You just made one of your brains mad.
And I'll be honest, a lot of those, when you fix somebody, I like when my girlfriend fixed me. I'm like, put me back because it looks worse. I mean, it's like,
it's just a zit.
I went out.
Well, he pulled the zit out.
I went out on a look. It starts with like a zit, and then it's like I don't like how far my eyes are apart, or I don't like the shape of my nose, and
now I want a BBL.
And I went on a date with this girl, and
recently?
No. And I had met her through Facebook, right? And all of her pictures were just like stunning. And we decided we were going to meet at Jed's, and I will tell you, I thought her older brother showed up because it was not the pictures and the face that I had grown accustomed to on Facebook. Like she looked as a dude,
why does that matter?
Because you know what?
If you
don't catfish me,
why does it
and then show up looking like a real catfish.
If you were going, if you're
ma'am, those whiskers should have been plucked before you left the house.
Oh my God.
If you're messaging back and forth with something and you got a vibe, and so let that vibe continue. Why does it matter
because
so much?
The vibe is set on deception.
The
vibe is set on deception.
It's just the assholeness of you.
You know what?
That everyone's got to be perfect because you're good looking. Oh, whatever.
You know what?
No.
You know what? This is why you find yourself in some of the situations that you do.
What does that mean?
Because you are not forthcoming. What you do is you like to get people to be invested, and then you break out the forthcoming. Then you're like, by the time they're emotionally invested in you, you're like, oh, and by the way, this ain't my face, right? And you're like this, but you love me. Too late, bitch.
Yeah.
And then, but that's built on deception.
Yeah.
It is an omission and changing things and not telling somebody like, hey, you know what? A lot of my pictures on Facebook are highly filtered. Most of them are. I would probably say 102% of them are filtered. I have taken 2 that I haven't posted, which is why I counted 102. Now, when you lead like that and then let me continue to engage with you, then that's fine. But you don't go, hey, this is me out, this is how I look all the damn time. And then all of a sudden, I see you. Now I know that you're just...
But if I'm her, I do it on purpose because I want to know that you were a superficial asshole.
Oh, then why aren't you talking to me?
And that we're going back and forth and having good conversation, and then I show up and it happens to my face, but I have to worry about that the whole time.
Yes, look, I'm sorry. You have to understand that. Yes, I can't. Like, if I met you with 2 eyes, you can't lose one of them.
That's bullshit.
All I'm saying
is fair. That's
fair. And that's why she left.
I will say the
God
best compliment I ever got was a guy said, "You look even more prettier in person than you do on Facebook." I thought that was so sweet.
D wasn't gonna be able to say that to his catfish. she would know he was lying.
She got dropped off in a bucket.
K2, what do you think?
about our inbox issue
Yes.
or the rant we're off on?
Any of it.
I think that they should definitely not touch it up. It creates a bad precedent for the future, and it also. It's just showing, that looks are all that matter.
Right. So you should. Yeah, it's true though. We should outlaw Botox. Outlaw.
Oh, hey, you're getting a little bit.
Oh, see, all of a all of a sudden you're hitting home here. All of a sudden,
I agree. I agree.
See, we
I
agree.
think Botox should not be a thing.
Lip injections.
I don't think lip injections should be a thing.
We're all gonna be all natural on this.
Like if you want to
on this earth, all these bitches.
Plastic surgery should be exclusively for people who legitimately need it, who
Like
have
me.
lost,
Like me.
who have lost or need their face rebuilt.
Oh, okay.
If you lose your face in a bear attack, like they should be allowed to sew a new face on you.
Well, she shouldn't have picked the bear anyway.
Right? She should have left with me.
I think you guys are getting
Should have
too
left with me.
crazy
That's
here.
what
You're going
happens.
too far.
Pick a bear.
Too far.
Bear rips your face off, and now you in a land that doesn't allow plastic surgery.
See,
Too far.
Absolutely no one is going to
far.
agree with you guys on this.
I love how when you're a kid and the most vulnerable at 11, however the picture is, that's what it's supposed to be. But when you're an adult in your 30s and 40s, you get to have Botox and lip injections and don't touch any of that stuff.
Getting Botox is very
Man.
different than altering a picture.
Yes.
Well, no, you're altering your face.
Exactly.
You're altering
very
you're
different.
altering
Thank the Lord Jesus. You guys are so lucky that I do Botox.
You're altering your permanent picture.
Well, also women are, when you're over 18 or whatever, you're a grown adult, and at that point you understand.
But when you're the
But I'm also, but here's the thing. I don't mind that if you're an adult and you have plastic surgery. At least you're wearing your filter permanently. Like you come in looking
like
your filter.
All right. Whew, man, today's show was.
If you're going to be coming with things like it for Botox, I'm not coming back.
Right, exactly. I agree.
This is not up for discussion.
This is not okay.
Not okay.
We'll just turn your cameras off. It's all right. I mean, it's up.
Oh, all right. Thank you guys. That was the inbox issue. Thank you for sending. Thank you for all your texts this morning and
thank you for being smart today.
I know, smarty. You guys are smarties today.
Smarty pants.
All right. If you missed any of the show, you can get it on your podcast wherever you find your podcast. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Have a great day. Oh, bye.